All right, just a little bit about the weekend. Friday night, I think the best way to describe our play on Friday night was inconsistent. And my players will tell you that is not one of my favorite words. I don't like to use the word inconsistent because, especially when they're things that you can control, because I think we should, at this point of the year, be consistent with the things that we're controlling. So, not my favorite word, but there were moments of some really good play and then moments where we struggled. So, that's the word that I'm using. I give Illinois State a lot of credit. They put a lot of pressure on us on both offense and defense. When you look at the offensive side for them, they were in system a lot. I thought our serving was not really where it has been. I'm not exactly sure why, but we had several people that are usually a little bit tougher with their serve that were a little bit tentative. So that put them in system a lot, and it puts a lot of stress on your defense. I do think we did a really good job of focusing on the commits that we were having. We executed those really well, but on the other side of that, the people that we were not committing on, we really struggled with. So the placement of our block I've talked about when we're have those one-on-one situations. Our off-blocker tip coverage was probably one of the poorest it's been this year. And I've said this to many people. It's not only about those plays and those moments, but then it creates a little bit of distrust with the rest of your defense, wondering if they're going to make the play, which then makes them not sure about their job and what their responsibilities are. So it's not just about that point. It's what it does for the rest of the plays as well. So I thought we could have been better at that. Offensively, Illinois State's going to put a lot of pressure on you with their defense. They go in and out of different defenses, which is a really big challenge for our kids and what shots are open. We had 34 attack errors, which you're not going to overcome that very often when you have 34 attack errors. And the hard part is going back and watching video, it was a combination of just missing shots to not bettering the ball and putting our hitters in a good situation, and then some of the attack decisions that we were making as hitters. So it was kind of a combination. Can't really pinpoint one thing to specifically work on, but have a few things with that. So a tough 5-set loss for sure. Turn around and have a day off, which I think physically helped us as coaches. I think we just wanted to get on and move past Friday night. But on Bradley on Saturday or Sunday, we did a lot better job with most parts of our game. I still think the attack error part of it could have been a little bit better, but what I liked about it, it didn't feel like it spilled over into other areas of the game like I felt like it did against Illinois State. So I thought that was a huge positive. We were able to overcome some of those errors. Going into this weekend, obviously it's crazy that it's the last home weekend, but we have Evansville and Indiana State. Evansville will be a completely different team from what we saw at the beginning. They returned two of their kids that were hurt at the very start of the season. They're running a 6-2 now, which is very different. They are very physical at the right and middle positions, and then they have left sides that do a really good job with their shot selection. So just a very different team. They're serving really tough. They're playing great defense. And then Indiana State, we don't know much about what they've been doing the second half. We have not watched a video on them yet. Last time we had a little bit of trouble with their tempo in the middle, but kind of got it towards the end of the game, so we expect that to be something that we'll be practicing this week. As Colin said, very excited to honor Heather, our lone senior, but just a kid that has not only done a great job for us on the court, but she has grown as a leader off the court. She's a great student, really does well in the community, and just a really neat person. So I know she'll probably be pretty emotional. I think it's kind of like the days are long and the years fly, is how she's been explaining it this year. So really excited to honor her. The other thing that I would say is we have had amazing crowds this year. I challenge our student athletes to go out there and play their very best this weekend for our crowds. It's been amazing, and we're hoping to get the same kind of crowd for our last weekend. Like I said, it's been a fun year at home, and it's sad that we're almost done with it, to be honest. Any questions?
With the program's history, it's kind of easy to take for granted that you would just be in the conference tournament, but Sunday's win clinched a berth for the 33rd year in a row. Just what does that say about not just this team, but the program to have that kind of